Here we go. Now I'm recording. Hello. I'm like, I clicked the wrong button. All right. Hello. If you don't know me, my name is Jill Valero. I am a fashionista with Paparazzi, and I am here interviewing one of my leaders. She is amazing. Her name is Samantha Hamblin, and I'm super excited to be interviewing her tonight. We're going to tell you a little bit about Paparazzi, and she's going to answer questions. I know she's a little bit nervous because she's not sure what I'm going to ask her. She knows I'll put her on the spot, but in a good way. So I have a lot of amazing leaders on my team, and Samantha is one of them. She is such an awesome rock star. She works her business all the time like a complete pro. She's a great leader to her team and to everybody else on the team. And I just wanted to spotlight her and show her some love and get her feedback on Paparazzi, because I get questions all the time about joining our team and what kind of environment we have and what kind of leaders we have. And so I want you guys to hear from someone besides me. So let's see. How long have you been a consultant, Samantha?
The 18th made 6 months.
6 months. That's awesome. It goes by fast, right? When you're having fun.
Yes, it does. I just realized it was 6 months. I've been telling everybody 4 months, and like, oh, this is 6 months.
So what made you get started with Paparazzi?
I started with Paparazzi, one, because I wanted the discount. I was going through a transition. I started buying jewelry from another company on clearance and spending a fortune. And so when I found out that I could get it on a discount, I wanted to join, and I wanted to have some fun. I just needed a change in my life. So I started basically for the discount and to have some fun with my daughters.
Awesome. How old are your daughters?
15 and 28 were the ones that was helping me. And then I have a daughter who is 27, who is also a consultant now.
Oh, that's awesome. And so what do you think, like when you were first thinking about joining, what were some of the things that held you back? What were you scared about?
Not succeeding. What other people were going to think. I was scared to death that people were going to look at me and say, something else that she's trying. She's never going to make it. Making a fool of myself. I was just, but basically I was just scared of not succeeding and not being good enough.
I think that's a common fear. I think that's a common fear that everybody has. So you said you were scared about not succeeding. So what has changed since then? Because you're not scared of that anymore, right? At least I don't think you are.
No. Sometimes I think I'm scared of succeeding now, because just in 6 months, like, my life is flipped upside down. Because of Paparazzi, I have built more confidence I have built confidence in myself. I never had confidence before. My self-esteem is much better. And I know I can do it.
Yeah. So what are your goals?
My goals are, my one goal was to be able to quit my job come my 1-year anniversary and stay home and work full time. And that is actually coming true at the end of the month, or at the end of December. So come the end of December, I will be working from home full time. That's exciting and scary at the same time, but very
really exciting.
Yeah, it is. Now I just have to train myself with discipline. But that's one of my goals. Another one of my goals is to come July, to be able to have June, July, and August bills paid and get into a rented car and drive to California and spend a month. I'm going to have a play date with you, play date with another leader, and then go to convention in Vegas. So that's my goal.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. We will have fun.
We'll
have so much fun. So what do you like the most about Paparazzi?
There's so much. I like the sisterhood. I like the feel of family. Especially now with Corona, everybody's so lonely. And it gets hard because when you're, I've been a single mom on and off, most of my motherhood time. And you get lonely because you wrap your life around your kids, or, everybody has busy lives and they can't go out and they can't, meet with people. So for me, like the sisterhood of the paparazzi team, that is so important to me. I love going live and being with my customers is amazing. Like there's times when I don't really want to show jewelry. I just want to go live and talk to them. Like I've really been thinking about doing like a bingo night minus the jewelry just to have hangout time. But yeah, I love that. And I love that because of paparazzi, I'm not going to be a burden on my children.
Don't make me cry.
I was always like, I'm that person who don't have a dime put away for a retirement. And I always knew that when it came down to it, because I don't have good health, that my kids were going to have to fight over who's going to keep me and who wasn't going to keep me. Draw straws and whoever got stuck with me. And, now maybe one day I'll have to live with them because of health, but they're not going to have to take care of me financially. I won't be that burden.
Just right there, that's a huge weight off your shoulders.
Yes.
That's just, I don't think you can put that into words, or at least I can't. That's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing. So what would you tell somebody who's considering joining paparazzi? Is it worth it?
It's the best thing you'll ever do.
Is it hard?
It's not hard. It's fun. It's not always easy. Because you do have to discipline yourself, and you do have to, it's just like anything else you do, you have to determine that you're going to do it. And there are times that, I've gotten overwhelmed and I've called you or whatever. But you focus on the fun, and you focus on what your future can look like. Next to giving my life to the Lord Jesus Christ, this is the best thing I've ever done. And having
I think you nailed it on, like, hit the nail on the head, however you say that. You have to focus on the good stuff. You can't focus on the bad, because like anything in life, there is going to be negativity. There's going to be things that don't go right. Not every sale is perfect. Not every day is perfect. Your kids, like mine, might drive you crazy and get in the way of what you need to do. So just take a deep breath and start over the next day. I think you really have to focus on the good and not dwell on the negative.
Sometimes I think when I'm getting down on myself, or I might be having a hard day, I stop and I think about my kids. Being a mom isn't easy. Being a mom has probably been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It's caused a lot of gray hair, a lot of tears, a lot of wrinkles, but you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Whatever mistakes I've made with them, I just apologize and I move forward. And that's how I look at my business too. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, and I never will, but I'm just going to keep plugging along and learn from whatever mistakes I make and just keep going.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I love it. So what do you think is the hardest part for a new consultant? I know I'm just going to spring some questions on you.
Right. I think I can speak for me. Getting out of my own way was the hardest part. Just getting over myself. Not like, just getting out of my own way. Just stop putting up those blinders and stop saying I can't. The one thing I love about being part of your team is Jill makes sure that we know we are capable, and whatever goal we set for ourselves, even if we don't reach it when we want to, we are capable of reaching it at some point.
Yep.
And for me, that was a huge thing because I didn't believe I was capable, and a lot of people don't. So I think the hardest part of the whole thing is just getting over yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, and going for it.
Yeah, I think believing in yourself is like crucial, and that's hard for a lot of us because we're our own worst enemy, like they say, and you know, I've told you guys before on the team, like I've had whole conversations in my head that never happened. You know,
Right? I do that all
right?
the time.
All the time. I'm like, before I ask somebody for something, I'm like, she's gonna tell me I'm fat. She's gonna tell me I'm ugly. She's gonna tell me no, you know, and none of that ever happened. But I've convinced
Exactly.
myself in my head that it did. And so yeah, we're our own worst enemy in that way. And if you can just get out of your own way and believe in yourself, you
Absolutely.
can, there's no, I mean, there's really no limit. That's
Once
what
you
I love.
once you open that door to believing in yourself and let yourself into a world you never knew was there, it becomes addicting. Because now I, I wasn't a person who could take compliments very well. If you gave me one, I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Now, like I sit and cry. I've had people call me and tell me, you know, you've always been a pretty woman, but now you're gorgeous because we see that you believe in yourself because we always thought you were capable of so much. And it's so good to see that you finally see that. And I love hearing things like that. And I love the future that I know is ahead of me.
Yeah. And beauty comes a lot from confidence. You are beautiful. I mean,
Thank you.
don't get me wrong. You are beautiful. But a lot of beauty comes from
Thank you.
confidence too. So
It
I've
does.
noticed a change in you just from when you first joined the team. Definitely noticed a change in you for the better, which is awesome. Because you were already awesome to begin with. So
Thanks.
awesome. So let's talk a little bit about starter kits. We have 3 starter kits to choose from, and you can get started with any of the starter kits. The thing that I would say is just get started because like everybody on my team says the same thing. They wish they would have started sooner. That's the common denominator. $99 starter kit comes with 35 pieces of gorgeous jewelry. The $299 starter kit comes with 120 pieces of jewelry. And then the $499 starter kit comes with 200 pieces of jewelry plus a free convention ticket. I will always tell you to get the biggest kit you can afford, but everybody's budget is different and you know your finances better than anyone else. It really doesn't matter which kit you start with. You can be successful with any of them. Just get started. Um, if you're somebody who's thinking you don't have money for the starter kit, then that's when you go around your house and you sell a bunch of stuff you don't need and you finance your kit. I would never say go charge it or go into debt or anything like that, but we all have stuff we don't need. Like, I mean, I've got an extra crock pot somehow, you know, like my kids have extra clothes they've grown out of. My daughters probably have clothes with tags still on them that they've never worn. You know, if I needed to come up with $99 really quickly, I could sell that stuff on Facebook Marketplace or at a yard sale or whatever and get my business started. But just get started. Yeah, everybody says the same thing. They just wish they would have started sooner. Can you talk a little bit about our team, Samantha, and how you feel about our team and support and ongoing training, that kind of thing?
Our team is amazing. We are Jill's Jewelry Rock Stars, and we are rock stars. We are all there for each other. I am horrible when it comes to the time zones. I forget that not everybody is Eastern Standard Time, and a lot of our team is Central or not Central, Pacific Time. So like here, it's almost bedtime and it's Jill's dinner time. But with us having people all over the place, somebody's always available.
Yeah.
Somebody's always available. We have different chat rooms. We have our team page. Each leader has their own team page for the most part, and we help and support each other. I've trained in Jill's page, I've trained in other leaders' pages, they've trained in mine. Um, and we just help each other and we support each other, and it's just awesome. Like we celebrate every success, from selling one item to selling 100 items. Each thing we do is a success. Stepping out of I went to a flea market the other day and I didn't sell anything. I stepped out of my comfort zone and I did a TikTok and we celebrated it. I did a speed live. We celebrated it. So everything we celebrate together, we support each other, we love each other, and pray together. It's a family. It's not a it's a team, but we're
And even on those days when you don't sell anything, because everybody has those days or everybody has those sales, then you still did something for your business. You still put yourself out there. You still made new
absolutely
connections. You still, did something that was hard for you. Like setting up at a flea market ain't easy. So you still did things that are
doing a
helpful
TikTok
and
wasn't easy.
right. Doing a TikTok wasn't easy. You still did things that are
I had to
helping
get a
you move your
stranger to
business
show me
forward.
how to do it. Exactly.
But seriously, like 6 months ago, would you have had the courage to ask the stranger to help you with the TikTok? Right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, see,
Absolutely not.
it
If
changes.
you had told me 6 months ago, I would go live and have a pajama party on Facebook and dance around like an idiot, I would have told you you were nuts. And now I do it all the time.
I think that's funny how you said that like you like doing lives because I think for most people, they're terrified. Can you talk about that? And
Do it scared. Do it scared. It was so funny. The first time we did it, I was shaking in my boots. I was sweating. I was scared to death. And my girls were like, okay, mom's going to bomb this big time. And I pushed the button and I don't know, like a switch went off and I was just somebody totally different than I had been before. And we had a blast that night. I think I sold like maybe 2 or 3 pieces that night, but we had a blast. And I went off and then I just sat there and cried. And the girls were like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Like, we didn't know you were an actress. But now it's like, even my grandkids, they come downstairs, Mima, are you live yet? And they hear me laughing and they're like, oh, Mima is on her live. Like I love it. I have so much fun. Yeah, like now it's just second nature. It's like getting up and getting dressed in the morning.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people are terrified to go live when they start. And most of the time, the people who are the most terrified are the ones who end up going live the most. They're like, I'll never
Yeah,
go
I
live.
mean,
And then they're live
exactly. And
like every
I
day.
just said, you know what? Right. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend they're not there. And I couldn't see because I didn't have my glasses, so I couldn't see the comments anyway. My daughter was telling me what the comments were, so it was just like, okay, I'm in the mirror talking to myself. We had
Right.
fun.
And I think that's important to note. Like, nobody's perfect. Nobody's lives
Mm,
are perfect. Even if you've been doing this for years, your lives aren't perfect, and nobody wants perfection. Like, I drop stuff in my Facebook lives all the time. I say the wrong word all the time. I'll hold up like these earrings and I'm like, look at these purple earrings. Wait a minute, those are not purple, Or I'll call a bracelet a ring or something like that. I drop jewelry like more than I don't drop jewelry. And that's okay. It's okay to be human. Your customers want to see you human. Nobody wants you to be perfect. Nobody expects you to be perfect. And I feel like that is one of the things that holds people back when they're thinking about joining. They're so scared to go live because they think they have to be perfect and nobody's perfect and nobody wants you to be, right?
on my lives, my nickname is Hot Mess Sally. Hot Mess Sally at your service because I either look a hot mess or I drop something or I say the wrong color all the time or they'll ask me and I'm like, I don't know, like Hot Mess
Right.
Sally at your service.
Yep. And that's, you really get to know your customers. And I think if I know, I don't think it's ever possible, but if I could ever do a perfect live where I never said the wrong thing and I never dropped anything and I just
Nobody would
looked
watch you.
perfect, nobody would watch it. And they would be
Mm-mm.
like, who are you? Who's this robot? But I'm not a robot and I've gotten to know my customers and they've gotten to know me and we're like family. And we know about each
Exactly.
other's family and our pets and we know what we had for dinner and they know my celebrity crushes better than I do. And you know,
All
we
right,
talk
all
about
right, all right.
we talk about my second husband, Richard Gere, a lot. My third husband, The Rock. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I know their celebrity crushes, and we talk about our favorite TV shows and movies and what we're having for dinner. And, we've just become a family. And when one of my customers was going through a rough time recently, and that became a topic of conversation on the lives because we know each other. And even though most of these people are not people who have ever met in real life outside of Facebook, we feel like we're family, you know, and the same thing goes with our team. Our team is connected like that, even though a lot of us have never met in person or we've only met at paparazzi events. You know, you really do get this family. And
Mhm.
I think that's pretty cool because a lot of people, especially now, are craving that interaction and they're craving, you know, that togetherness. And we've got it. We've got the
Absolutely.
opportunity to create that togetherness with your team, with your customers, with everybody. So, yeah, I love it. So, what would you say? I'm going to throw another question at you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Where do you see yourself in a year?
Do I see myself in a year?
Where do you see yourself in a year?
I see myself as platinum life of the party
Woo!
when I will get the real tiara. um, I don't know. Like I really haven't really thought of that.
I know I
Like,
sprung sprung it on you.
things have happened so fast in my business. Like I really didn't expect to be where I'm at right now in the business, and things have happened so fast. So you know, I expect to be happy. I definitely feel like I'm hoping, no, I see myself being as elite. I want to hit the rink and be elite and get in on those calls. I'm, as far as I'm concerned, I just want to go as high up in this company as I possibly but I see myself as being elite. I definitely am going to be either platinum or diamond in a year. And I just want to grow a huge team, not for myself, but because I want to help everybody else out there. This this opportunity has changed my life. It has helped me grow personally. It's helped me grow financially. It's helped me in so many ways. And I want to give back. I want to help other people that are out there struggling and need this opportunity.
I love it. I think that's important. I think you said something really important because when we talk about growing our team, it's not about us.
No.
It's about helping other people. Like I scroll Facebook all the time and I see people, you know, desperate for groceries and struggling to pay their bills. They lost their job, you know, they have had their hours cut or they had an illness or whatever it may be. Or they're just somebody who's like us who, you know, maybe didn't have the greatest backstory and, you know, maybe had a little bit of a difficult time growing up or in adulthood and needed some reassurance that we're okay, you know? And I feel like that's something that this business can definitely do. It's not all about money. Money's great and we can make a lot of money with paparazzi, but more than anything, I think we really have an outlet and a vehicle to help each other like grow as people. And
Absolutely.
I know the team has seen it with me, with you, with a lot of our leaders, like we've changed and that's all because of paparazzi.
Absolutely. I have two gals on my team, and there's probably not a day that goes by that I don't shed some sort of tear of pride because watching them, one is my daughter, so I've known her since birth. The other one I've known since I was in the seventh grade. And the changes that has happened in their lives the last 3 or 4 months, the confidence they've built, the self-esteem that they're getting, believing in themselves, all of that, that to me is worth everything because they're different people. And that's not even talking about how it's changing their life financially.
Yeah.
And that just, to me, that's what this is all about.
Yep. That's exactly what it's all about. Like my sponsor and I always joke that paparazzi is a personal development company disguised as a jewelry business.
Mhm. I believe
Because
it.
it really is. It's you find out so much about yourself and about helping other people. And I absolutely love that. So you have anything else you want to add before we close it out? Or if anybody else has any questions, let us
Um,
know.
I would just say if you're sitting on the fence, just Get off the fence and do it. Do it scared. Just do it. Because you're not alone. That was probably one of the biggest fears I had besides failure, of being alone. Because I've been in situations where they're like, okay, here's your manual, now good luck. And you are not alone. I probably drive Jill absolutely crazy, because I text her too much. But you're definitely not alone, and nobody is going to let you fail. The only way you're going to fail is failing yourself by not doing it and by quitting if you do.
I agree. Well, thank you for taking the time to chat with me tonight. I appreciate it. And thank you everyone for watching. If you are ready to join, you can join with Sam, you can join with me, you can join with anybody who invited you to this video. Go back and ask them for their link and sign up. Just get started. We would love to welcome you to our Rockstar team, which is more like a family, like Samantha said. So thank you guys for your time. This was fun. We were guinea pigs. We've never tried a Zoom interview like this before. So thank you for being my guinea pig.
You're welcome. Anytime.
So can we get an autograph?
You're right.
Get an autograph. That's so funny.
I can't see questions, so I don't know.
Okay. Lana wants to know if she can get your autograph.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give it to her at church on Sunday.
There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Go back to the person who invited you here and sign up with them. Till next time. Good night.
Good night.